Post intervention assessment number 7. Put a check mark after completing each step on the box to the left. Pick 2 papers from the bowl and choose one. Put the one that was not chosen back into the bowl, fold it, and discard the one that you chose after the session is over. First job. If you could go anywhere, where would you go and why? Okay. Using the notebook and pen, write an outline for your speech. Before you start writing the outline, set the timer for 10 minutes and show the camera.
¿No está grabando?
Once the timer rings, press stop and you can use the outline you created for your speech. Set a second timer for 4 minutes. Show to the camera and begin your speech. Do not stop talking until you hear the timer ring. When you are done, stop the timer and stop the recording. The question I got was, talk about your first job. My first job was when I was around 10 years old. I remember because it was my mom's idea. My mom came from a family that had very high levels of poverty. She actually started working since she was in the second grade. She stopped actually going to school in order to be able to help her family put food on the table. I remember she mentioned that their situation was so bad that at some point their kid, one of their siblings, the younger sibling, passed away from malnutrition. Consequently, my mom had a very different way of looking at the value of things and the value of money. And she wanted us to learn how difficult it was to get the things that we had. In order for her to teach us that lesson, she decided that during our vacation in school that we were going to work in the fields, in the strawberry fields. She knew somebody because she knew somebody on the field because she used to work on the fields when she was little. And therefore, she decided to get us the job. My older sister and I obeyed her in going to the fields and work during the vacation. So that was my first job. The things that I remember about it is not that much. I remember that it was hot outside and that we used to get up really early in the morning and they would come and pick us up in a truck, and then we would sit in the truck and just wait until we got to the field, and then as soon as you got there you were supposed to start picking up strawberry. There was these like long lanes of strawberries, and they will give you a lane for yourself, and you will have to just go and pick the strawberries as you were going along the way. The job wasn't very difficult, but it was definitely exhausting because it was you standing all day, bending back and forward to pick them up and putting them in a little thing where you will carry them. And it was hot. I remember every time by the end of the day, our feet will hurt and our back will hurt a little. But I definitely think that we both, my sister and I, understood that things didn't come easy, and that in order for my mom to buy things for us, it was difficult. So I didn't used to ask her for anything that was expensive anymore after that, just because I knew how difficult it was to earn the money in order to pay for what I was asking. So she taught us a lesson.